It's fucking Raw! It's Monday Night Raw, it's the 28th of November 2020. And it's the show after, I don't know why I was mentioning shoes there, but anyway, it's the show after Survivor Series. And it was War Games. Was it a good show? I don't think so. I mean, the main event create a couple of memes with Roman Reigns sitting down, but that's the highlight of your pay-per-view. It wasn't really that good. But, you know, Becky Lynch returned, and that is where we kick off Monday Night Raw. And I have to say, right, I don't like Becky Lynch particularly, but she is a star in this women's division. When her or like Charlotte, or I don't even like Rousey, but see when like the Evans are gone, there's such a hole missing in the women's division. Like, they elevated it to such a degree where without them, it just feels empty and lost. And you can see that on SmackDown. Rousey's got the belts, and they just need someone to go up against Rousey. It's actually believable. I mean, feuding like Natalia and Shotzi Blackheart, what's that all about? But Becky Lynch kicks off the show. We get the crowd going ballistic with her. Damage Control are out there. It's good seeing Becky Lynch back because I think it just elevates this whole division, if I'm being honest. Damage Control comes out. They're brawling with Becky Lynch. I don't know if this is going to set up a feud like later on. Well, I'll say later on, just continue the feud because it seems like they've moved away from Bianca Belair. It's going to be like Damage Control going up against Becky Lynch, but I don't know what the end game is here. Is Bianca Belair going to lose the belt anytime soon? Personally, it doesn't look like it. I think she's going to hold it until at least the Rumble. I don't even know what the next pay-per-view is between now and the Royal Rumble. I think it's going to be a lot of long-term booking, but this fight gets broke up, and then we have our first match of the evening. We have Mayhem taking on Rhea Ripley, but AJ Styles comes out, attacks Dominic Mysterio at ringside, which then causes a disqualification. And I just don't get this. Like, why is him like managers, people outside attacking each other, causing a disqualification? Fucking stupid, really, if you think of it. Like, when has that ever happened? But of course in this, they can't attack the women, so that's the way we have to work it, man. It doesn't make any sense any other way. It just absolutely sucks. So because of this, we get a no contest, and then we get the Judgment Day taking on the OC, and again, it's a 4-on-4 match, right? But yet the men, it's a mixed tag rule, so the men and women can't attack each other, and it just makes it so stupid. It's like, we've ranted on this problem with this mixed tag intergender stuff for what seems like years on this channel, so I'm not going to go into another 12-minute rant on it, but it just sucks. Rhea Ripley hits a Riptide on Mia Yim for the win, then does the very sexualized pinfall, and I don't know, I'm not a fan of Rhea Ripley, so this does not do anything for me, to be honest. And the Street Profits, Montez Ford is back, but because Angelo Dawkins is so shite, he's had to be off TV as well. And we've got the Street Profits taking on the Alpha Academy later on tonight, and I just feel like this match is happened so many times. We then have the Bloodline coming out to the ring, and the Bloodline, man, missing Roman Reigns, but fuck, they just feel like the only thing that's actually good about the show. You got the Usos and Sami Zayn talking. I liked all this stuff, talking about the Jay's accepted Sami Zayn into the family, but then comes Kevin Owens, right? And it's just like breaking the third wall. It's garbage saying about, I don't even want to fight you. I don't want to do anything with you. I don't want to go to the show with you anymore. Because you've chosen the Bloodline, right, mate? You asked them to betray the Bloodline. This group that's actually looked after them for a decent while now, and like, let's be real. They can talk about Zayn and Owens knowing each other for 20 years, but what about like 6 years ago or 7, however long ago it was in NXT, or was it Raw? Like Zayn getting like power bombed on the apron, and like Owens putting them out of action for like 8 months, and all these feuds that they've had. But what this draws the line that he didn't help you in a tag team match that he was against you in. Oh, fucking boo-hoo, Kevin Owens. So he basically says he's not willing to fight him. Then the Usos are like, oh, you're just jealous, mate, that he's in our family and you don't have a family. Which would have been a sick burn if his name was Chris Benoit, but it wasn't. It's Fat Boy Kevin Owens. And then basically says, well, I've no problem. I don't want to fight Sami, but I've no problem fighting you, Jay. And that basically sets up our main event. Do we care about this? Main event Jey Uso. He's called main event Jey Uso, but he never fucking wins. So, it'll be funny to see what happens there. We then have Austin Theory coming out to the ring, and he basically just ushers in the era of Theory. I feel like this has been done before by him. like he cut a really good, well, I say a really good promo, a pretty decent promo a couple of weeks ago, right? And I actually pretty much enjoyed it. And I'm not bothered about the fact that he's actually won the US title back, even though it just seems very stupid for him to cash in at it. Like when he could have literally cashed in on a Universal title match, he cashes in for this belt and then he just wins it back in a triple threat match. Basically, just making this, it is the worst Money in the Bank cash in storyline win of all time, man. I don't care what anybody says. It absolutely sucks. There's nobody can spin it in any way that makes me think, aye, that's good. Then Seth Rollins comes out to interrupt this new era of Austin Theory, and what is he wearing? Right? What he's like wearing this like lingerie set. Like I'm not even like a lingerie set isn't even an exaggeration. This is literally what he's wearing, man. I'm not a fan of this whatsoever. He's literally wearing his boxers. Like it was elbow pads as well. Just some really weird shit. Like I don't know whose idea this was. I get he comes out with these extravagant attires, like, but come on, the fuck, man. This is something Goldust would wear back in the 90s, not Seth frickin' Rollins, brother. But yeah, Theory says, "Don't call me kid." You know, because Monday Night Raw belongs to me. And Rollins like, "No, it belongs to me." And he's like, "I'm not your damn kid, boy." Aye, and then we've Dexter Lumis taking on The Miz. Of course, the stipulation is here, if Lumis wins, Miz gives him the money, which is at ringside beside Adam Pearce, and there's also a contract beside Adam Pearce. So it's a lot of money. This actually wasn't a bad match, and I like the fact that it's a match with stakes on the line. I feel like back in the day there was always matches with stakes. Like when was the last time? Like, see, back in the day, man, you used to always get like these mega like #1 contender matches. When do you get like #1 contender matches now? Oh, the World Cup tournament and the winner gets an IC title shot. What? Who gives a fuck? We want a world title shot. We don't want an IC title shot, man. Disgraceful. Lumis hits his finisher silence though for the win. He then wins, he signs the contract, so that's him officially a WWE superstar. Gets the money, starts handing out the kids. Then there's all these fat, creepy bastards in the crowd putting their hands out trying to get money. And then the Miz attacks Lumis from behind, steals money for the kids, and runs off, which I actually thought was pretty funny. So I actually enjoyed this, if I'm being honest. Definitely probably the best part about the show. We then have Dakota Kai taking on Candice LeRae. Again, just another, like, it's just, what is going on here with Candice LeRae? Actually, I forgot, Johnny Relevant. Johnny Wrestling's that relevant. I completely forgot he came out and super kicked The Miz after that last segment, but it doesn't really matter, because guess what? We're talking about Dakota Kai and Candice LeRae, brother. What do you mean you want to talk about Johnny Gargano? Johnny Gargano, this great guy. See, a few weeks ago, Johnny Gargano was all over this show. Truly was, like, I'm so fucking glad he's not on this show as much as what he was, because I mean, he literally was on about 6 or 7 segments, and it was just absolutely embarrassing. It was. Why was he on it so much? I don't really know. But aye, in terms of this match though that we're talking about, LeRae gets the win. Dakota Kai of Damage Control getting jobbed out. And then we have the Street Profits taking on the main team, Alpha Academy. And I don't know, man, what it is, but Montez Ford doesn't have like his wee mustache anymore. And he just looks completely different. Looks so different. Even now, after like an hour ago I watched it, I'm still not convinced it's him. Like, it just doesn't, to me, it doesn't look like him. Which, I mean, it is a bit retarded, because of course it is him. Like, but every time I look at him, I'm like, is this just some random guy they've stuck in there? You know, but it is what it is. And of course they're going to win here. It just should, like Angelo Dawkins, man. That's a guy going nowhere. I mean, how long was Thingy off the show for? I don't know how long he was off the show for, but as soon as he's back, he's back. But yeah, a joke in my opinion, but doesn't really matter, to be honest. And then we do get our main event. We've got Jey Uso taking on Kevin Owens, and I mean, is this what Raw's came to? Like, we're having Kevin Owens just being forced down our throat like every step of the way. Like, I don't know, like, you had this promise about Kevin Owens being like a megastar under Triple H, and like I feel like Kevin Owens' best was like when he first debuted in like 2016, like the year after he debuted as well, 2016 when he won the belt. Like, see now this whole like just breaking the third wall, talking to Sami Zayn. I don't know what they're going for. They're like, how can you bring up all their stuff and like it'd be like Shawn Michaels, right, and Triple H after like their like their year, like I mean almost like a half a decade feud. In like the early, not the early, like you know, like you get 2002, 2003, 2004, kind of just die off a bit after that, like you know, then they reunite as DX. But like, see when Shawn Michaels eliminated Triple H in the 2010 Royal Rumble, like I know they went with the whole he's obsessed gimmick, but it's not like Triple H is like, I don't care, Shawn, this is the final straw. I mean, look at all the stuff they had in the past. It's just so stupid, man. It is. But Kevin Owens beats Jey Uso. They really need to drop the tag main event away for Jay and Jimmy because there's just nothing main event about them. Like they just lose every match that they're in the main event. But that is your Raw. It was not good. I don't even know what the next pay-per-view is. If someone wants to tell me, you can let me know. But we are at the is it TLC? Triple H, I think, is dropping all these gimmick pay-per-views. It probably is TLC that's next. Roman Reigns, though, he won't be having a match at TLC. He's too good for TLC. But anyway, guys, that is it for your Monday Night Raw review. Rating out of 10. Damn, what am I going to give this show out of 10? I actually thought, I mean, I haven't watched Raw in a while, but does that mean it was good? Probably not. I'm going to give it 2. Sami Zayn was good. The Rollins Fury segment was alright. The Loomis Miz match was alright, and the main event was alright. But again, it's just the usual stuff that was bad. And that's always going to be a guarantee on these shows. But anyway, I want you to leave your thoughts down below. I'm giving it a 2 out of 10, and until next time, peace.